Hey kids! As the world continues to attempt to recover from the metaphorical hangover of a certain event that I suppose could be likened to an all-night rave party that went down a little too hard at a club somewhere in central China in late 2019, I'm betting most of you haven't been doing too much long-distance travel lately. Even so, I'm willing to wager my pet badger that some of you have found means other than the forced confines of an economy-class long-haul flight to keep the meat sack that sustains your consciousness as immobile as humanly possible during the lockdowns. Plural. In which case, I'm here today to remind you of the mortal threat that courses through your sedentary veins, brothers and sisters, deep vein thrombosis, aka the other Red Terror. To understand the potential threat that haunts the corridors of your cardiovascular system the way moaning Myrtle haunts the second-floor girls' bathroom at Hogwarts...
Oh, hello, Harry. Long time no see.
We've got to comprehend how the life-saving function of clotting works. Presumably, this is something you've all seen firsthand when you've accidentally sliced open a piece of your tender flesh on some inanimate object of a particularly proud geometry, a rusty nail, for example, slashing open your upper thigh. Provided the wound is not too deep, the blood exiting the laceration will quickly coagulate, and bleeding will cease on its own in a few minutes. Which is pretty cool, unless you're a haemophiliac, in which case your blood's ability to coagulate is inhibited, and the bleeding just does not stop. Not so cool. Now, the process by which this clotting occurs is really quite complex, but the important thing to keep in mind when it comes to the other Red Terror is that for most people, liquid blood is quite willing to transform itself into a solid. Sometimes even a little too willing, like when that happens inside a vein or artery. This is known as venous thrombosis, or arterial thrombosis, based on whether it happens in your veins or your arteries. If you don't know the difference between those two, don't worry about it. You're in trouble either way if your blood starts casually solidifying inside you. What's of great entertainment value is some of the names given to the specific trouble you'd be in, depending on where your life juice has decided to turn into death sludge. Here are a couple of examples. Paget-Schritter disease. If you drop the word disease, you've got the name of any given luxury brand right there. Paget-Schritter timepieces, perhaps. From Geneva, don't you know? Perhaps handmade stemware of the finest crystal. Paget-Schritter Cosmetics, even. It's a great name. Sadly, if you hear this distinguished-sounding name, you've probably got a clot in your arm. A condition, says Wikipedia, that usually comes to light after vigorous exercise and usually presents in younger, otherwise healthy people. Men are affected more than women. Oh dear. Watch out for that one the next time you're trying to put some flesh on your noodle arms, boys. Bud Chiari. Doesn't that sound exotic? Thankfully, the syndrome affects only 1 in a million humans and appears to be quite treatable from what I've read. But what do I know? I'm here for the beauty of language. Bud Chiari, yacht builders. What do you think? Or is it the name of the latest drink that's all the rage in New York City? Bud Chiari. Haven't you heard of it? It's a refreshing mix of Budweiser and Chiaro Prosecco. I can almost taste it in the darkest recesses of my twisted imagination. It's delicious. But do you want to know what's even more delicious than this cocktail I've just thought up? Sponsor time! Today's video is brought to you by water, TM. Water is the only known product essential to life itself. If you drink water every day, you'll keep your life juice nice and flowy, which is great for preventing death and ensuring you get to spend more time doing the things you love. Drink water now. If you drink water now, you are likely to feel up to 100% less thirsty and better. Don't delay. Get your water today. All you need to do to benefit from this amazing deal is go and get some water from wherever it is you normally get your water. It's as simple as that, so there really is no reason not to. A special thanks to Water for making today's video possible. So kids, remember to go get some water, move your body from time to time, and together we'll defeat the other Red Terror. I'm Sigmund Oppenbaum. As always, thanks for watching. Salmonella, we salute you.